Far out in the middle of the ocean, a huge cargo ship is suddenly attacked. Pirates and hired fighters climb on board, beat the guards, and take the crew hostage. They plan to steal everything, but they don't know one thing. Something powerful is coming. Out of the sea rises Arthur Curry, the king of Atlantis. Riding his giant seahorse and holding Neptune's mighty trident, he jumps onto the ship. One by one, he takes down every criminal. No mercy, no fear. The crew is saved. And then we find out this was not just a fight. Aquaman is telling this story to his newborn son, Arthur Jr. After discovering his true origin and stopping his half-brother Orm from attacking the surface world, Arthur's life is finally peaceful. He now lives between many roles: father, husband, hero, and king. One quiet morning, Arthur is relaxing in the garage with his human father, Thomas. Thomas jokes and advises him to give little Arthur a brother. Arthur laughs but feels unsure. His past with Orm still haunts him. Family can be complicated. Then something amazing happens. They notice baby Arthur Jr. is talking to the fish in the aquarium. The fish respond to him. Thomas is shocked and proud. Arthur smiles. His son is even stronger than he imagined. Life feels perfect, but peace never lasts. Far away, a man filled with hate is watching. His name is David Cain, Black Manta. Since his last battle with Aquaman, David has lost everything. His powerful armor is destroyed. His father is dead, and in his mind, Aquaman is responsible for it all. His pain has turned into pure rage. Black Manta makes one goal clear: Aquaman must die. To get his revenge, David funds a dangerous expedition to Antarctica. He believes the frozen land hides lost secrets of Atlantis, secrets powerful enough to destroy the King of the Seas. The expedition is led by Dr. Shin, a scientist who has spent his life searching for Atlantis. Deep in an icy region, Shin believes he has finally found something hidden under the ice. Suddenly, his equipment picks up strong shaking from underground. Before they can react, the ice breaks apart, and both Shin and his assistant fall into a massive cave below. They survive the fall, but the assistant badly injures his leg. With no way to move him, Shin fires a flare for help and starts looking around the strange place, but things quickly get worse. Shin's snowmobile slides into the cave and crashes, causing even more cracks in the ice. One crack reaches a thick wall, and something on the other side moves. Out of the darkness, huge tentacles burst through the wall. A terrifying creature grabs the injured assistant and drags him into the cave, disappearing into the shadows. Shin is left behind, completely shaken. Hours later, David Cain arrives with the rest of the team. Shin tells them what happened, clearly broken by fear and guilt. But David doesn't care about the missing man. He only wants what's hidden below. David enters the cave and finds a deep, dark lake. He and the team put on diving gear and jump in. Under the water, they discover something unbelievable. Giant structures built by an ancient civilization. This is proof. Atlantis was real, but suddenly the water begins to shake. The monster returns. This time it reveals itself fully. A massive kraken. The creature attacks the divers, smashing equipment and throwing people around. David is hit hard and dragged down into the deepest part of the lake. As he sinks alone and helpless, David hears a mysterious voice calling to him. In the darkness, he finds a trident broken into two pieces. The voice promises him power. Power to destroy Aquaman. Power to wipe out Atlantis. Without thinking, David joins the two pieces together. The moment he does, an ancient force awakens. David accepts the deal. When he wakes up, he is back at the surface with his team. In his hands, he holds the complete trident. He lifts it into the air. Black Manta has become its new bearer. 5 months later, far beneath the ocean, Arthur Curry is called to an emergency meeting by the Council of Atlantis. The reason is serious. Pollution from the surface world has caused climate change, and now all the underwater kingdoms are suffering. The oceans are warming, sea life is dying, and even Atlantis is no longer safe. Arthur speaks up. He suggests something bold. Atlantis should reveal itself to the world and share its advanced technology to help fix the damage humans have caused. Arthur believes working together is the only way to save the oceans, but the council refuses. They are stuck in old thinking. They want to stay hidden and believe the only solution is to attack the surface world without warning. Arthur strongly disagrees, but as king, he is slowly running out of power and support. And while Atlantis argues from within, a bigger danger is moving closer. Black Manta is back. With his armor fully rebuilt, David Cain is stronger than ever. Using the dark magic of the trident, he learns about powerful machines called Octobots. These giant machines look like octopuses and are designed to explore deep ocean areas. Worse, they carry huge weapons capable of destroying entire cities. But there's a catch. To power the Octobots, they need a rare and extremely dangerous fuel called orichalcum. This fuel creates massive pollution, so the Atlanteans banned it long ago and hid it in secret warehouses across the ocean. Black Manta steals these fuel supplies one by one. Now he is heading for the largest stockpile of all, located inside Atlantis itself. Using his submarine, David enters the underwater kingdom and pilots an Octobot along with his crew. With the machine's massive tentacles, they smash into the hidden warehouse and begin stealing dozens of orichalcum containers. Just as they prepare to escape, Atlantis goes on full alert. Atlantean warriors attack the submarine with powerful laser cannons, but it's useless. The submarine's deflector shields block every hit. Things get even worse. Dr. Shin, now working under Black Manta's control, activates a new weapon, a sonic beam. The weapon destroys the cannons and completely shuts down Atlantis' defenses. With nothing left to stop them, Black Manta and his forces invade the city of Atlantis. But it doesn't take long for help to arrive. Atlantean warriors rush in, led by Mera and Queen Atlanta, Arthur's mother. Using her transport craft, Atlanta reaches one of the orichalcum shipments and attacks the Octobots. With her incredible speed and strength, she smashes the machines one by one. Sadly, Black Manta fires the sonic beam again. Atlanta is hit and knocked unconscious. Now Mera takes charge. She chases Black Manta's Octobot through the middle of the city. Trying to escape, Black Manta destroys a massive ship to block her path. Mera barely dodges it, then uses her water powers to create a powerful whirlwind. The Octobot spins out of control and crashes into a wall. Mera catches up and attacks Black Manta directly, but he fires a deadly beam from his helmet, seriously injuring her. Cold and ruthless, he raises the trident to finish her. Just then, Aquaman arrives. Filled with rage, Arthur strikes Black Manta with everything he has. The two enemies face each other again, ready to end it once and for all, but Dr. Shin warns Black Manta. The Atlantean army is closing in. Black Manta decides to retreat. Before leaving, he uses the trident's power to pull down a giant subway-like transport ship filled with Atlanteans. Arthur makes a painful choice. Instead of chasing his enemy, he dives in front of the falling ship and saves everyone inside. The ship crashes safely. When Arthur tries to go after Black Manta again, he is hit by the submarine's sonic ray and loses consciousness. Hours later, Aquaman wakes up. Atlantis is badly damaged. The orichalcum is gone. The city has suffered a huge loss. Because of this failure, the Atlantis Council talks about removing Arthur as king. But Arthur doesn't care about politics right now. His wife Mera is badly hurt and recovering in the hospital. Arthur meets with his mother and his grandfather, King Nereus, to find a way to stop Black Manta. Time is running out. Every moment Black Manta uses orichalcum, the environment is poisoned by deadly gases. Worse, Arthur has seen Black Manta's new power, and he knows he can't stop him alone. So Arthur makes a risky decision. He decides to ask for help from the one person he never wanted to trust again, his brother, Orm. Orm is locked away in the Kingdom of the Fishermen, a brutal prison. To avoid starting a war with the Council, Arthur must free him in secret. King Nereus helps his grandson by giving him a special suit that makes him invisible. Queen Atlanta also sends Topo, a clever octopus with the ability to hide and squeeze through tight spaces. Together, they head to the fisherman's prison. Orm is being tortured by the guards and is very weak. Topo sneaks through the tunnels and opens the cell. Using his invisibility, Aquaman quietly takes out the guards one by one. Arthur finally reaches Orm. Even though they still hate each other, Orm accepts the help. They escape the prison, fighting off guards riding strange creatures that look like giant insects. The brothers defeat them and take control of the beasts. Using these creatures, they smash through the prison walls and escape. They soon reach a harsh desert, with the sea far in the distance. Orm is too weak without water and can barely move. Guards chase them again. One guard captures Aquaman, but Arthur uses his invisibility to fight back. Orm loses his mount and is forced to crawl toward the ocean. Just as the guards are about to kill him, the waves reach Orm's body. The water restores his strength. In seconds, Orm rises, grabs his spear, and defeats all the guards with ease. With the danger gone, Arthur, Orm, and Topo return to the sea. Arthur explains everything: Black Manta, the orichalcum, and the threat to Atlantis. Now fully restored, Orm agrees to help. He takes Arthur to a dark underwater city known as the Citadel, a place ruled by pirates, mercenaries, and criminals. This place is controlled by a terrifying ruler called the Fish King. When they meet him, Orm tries to trade for Black Manta's location, but the Fish King refuses to help. So Arthur decides to stop talking and start fighting. Aquaman attacks the Fish King's men, and they are no match for him. One by one, they go down easily. Finally, Arthur puts an oxygen mask on the Fish King and slowly turns the crank. The water inside the mask keeps dropping, making it harder for him to breathe. Unable to take it anymore, the Fish King breaks. He reveals that David Kane is on an island with a volcano called the Devil's Mouth. Arthur lets him live. Aquaman and Orm leave together and head for the island. When they arrive, they quickly notice something is wrong. The trees are huge. The animals are aggressive. Everything feels unnatural. Orm believes this is caused by orichalcum pollution. Soon they get proof. Giant flesh-eating insects appear and attack them. There are too many, so the brothers run through the forest until they reach a massive cliff. Arthur suggests jumping into the water, but Orm notices a statue of an ancient Atlantean king at the edge. On the statue are the words, "The true king builds bridges." Orm takes this literally. He jumps toward the statue and uses his strength to push it. At first, it looks like a terrible idea, but then the statue falls, forming a bridge across the cliff. The brothers cross it and escape the insects. Nearby, next to the volcano, is David's secret base, which he has turned into a giant furnace to burn orichalcum. Inside the base, Dr. Shin goes to update David but doesn't find him. Instead, he sees the trident. Without thinking, Shin joins its two halves. For a moment, he sees the evil entity controlling David. David appears right after and threatens Shin with a dagger. Shin warns him that the trident is controlling him, but David doesn't care. He says he will keep using its power until Aquaman and Atlantis are destroyed. Later that night, Arthur and Orm continue searching and take down one of David's guards. Following his trail, they reach the base and enter the control room. There, they learn the truth. The orichalcum furnace is releasing toxic gases through the volcano. Orm realizes this could destroy Earth's entire ecosystem. Suddenly, Dr. Shin appears with a gun, but instead of attacking them, he offers to help. He explains that David is being controlled by an evil spirit inside the trident. Before he can say more, the control room explodes. Arthur and Orm are thrown out of a window. They survive, but when they get up, they are surrounded by Black Manta's mercenaries. Orm fights back, even stealing a laser gun, but a flying mercenary with a jet booster targets him and opens fire. Seeing his brother in danger, Arthur throws a huge iron hook. It hits the mercenary, smashing her into a wall and causing her to explode. But the fight isn't over. An Octobot starts chasing Orm. His gun does nothing. The machine traps him with its metal tentacles and prepares to kill him. Arthur jumps in and grabs the tentacles with his bare hands, saving Orm. But this makes Arthur vulnerable. The Octobot grabs him and attacks him again and again. Now it's Orm's turn. He sees a massive anchor attached to a chain and throws it with all his strength. The anchor wraps around the Octobot's tentacles, slamming it to the ground. For a moment, it looks like the fight is finally over. But then Black Manta reveals himself. He steps forward and challenges both brothers to a final fight. Arthur and Orm accept, and a brutal battle begins. With the power of the trident, Black Manta clearly has the upper hand. He lands a heavy kick that sends Arthur flying. Then he throws the trident at Orm, who barely dodges it. Orm tries to grab the weapon, but the moment he touches it, he sees disturbing visions of a dark entity in a strange world. The visions confuse him. Black Manta takes advantage and hits Orm directly with his ray. At the same time, the entire island starts shaking. Missiles rain down. King Nereus has arrived to save his grandchildren. Seeing the danger, Black Manta orders his men to evacuate. Arthur appears again for another round and tackles Black Manta, dragging him down into the sea. But Black Manta manages to reach his submarine as it escapes. Arthur tries to stop him, but the villain hits him once more with the sonic beam. Arthur is buried under falling rocks. He struggles to free himself, but then Mera appears, fully healed. Using her magic, she saves Arthur. With the battle over, Aquaman returns to Atlantis and meets with his family and allies to plan their next move. Orm explains the visions he saw. He saw Necrus, a place that was once part of Atlantis, now known as the Lost Kingdom. Long ago, the former king's brother, Kordax, became obsessed with orichalcum. Even knowing how dangerous it was, he kept using it. This caused hatred between the brothers. Kordax used dark magic to create his own trident and turned his people into monsters. He started a war against Atlantis, but his brother defeated him, broke his trident in half, and trapped his kingdom in ice. This frozen prison lies in Antarctica. To free Kordax, the blood of King Adlan's last descendant is needed. Orm realizes that Black Manta is being controlled by Kordax and will soon hunt down the royal bloodline. Arthur and Mera are horrified when they understand the truth. Their son Arthur Jr. is the last descendant. Just as they fear, Black Manta attacks Arthur's home. He stabs Thomas with the trident and kidnaps the baby. Aquaman arrives in time to save his father, but his son is gone. Now, the fate of Arthur Jr. and the entire planet is at risk. Orm agrees to help again at his mother's request. This time, they won't fight alone. Mera, King Nereus, and King Brine join them. The group heads to Antarctica. There, Black Manta arrives first and orders his men to destroy the ice mountains. Missiles blast open a path, and David and Shin enter with their Octobots. Soon after, Aquaman appears. Using Neptune's trident, he summons whales and sharks. The sea creatures surround Black Manta's submarine and release magnetic waves. The submarine overloads and implodes, destroying the villain's army. Meanwhile, David and Shin reach the Lost Kingdom, frozen in ice. Aquaman and his allies follow but are stopped by Kordax's monster army, brought back to life by the trident's magic. Aquaman rushes ahead to find Black Manta, leaving King Brine and his army to fight the monsters. Arthur, Orm, Mera, and Nereus cross a passage and reach a bridge leading to Kordax's throne room. During the climb, the Kraken appears again and grabs King Nereus by the leg. Nereus begs Orm for help. Orm hesitates and refuses, but then he changes his mind. Orm rushes toward his grandfather and cuts off the monster's tentacle with his axe. The two finally reconcile. After that, they continue across the bridge to help Arthur and Mera, who are still searching for their son. What they don't know is that Black Manta is taking the baby to use him as a sacrifice to free Kordax. Black Manta reaches the former king's throne and orders Dr. Shin to hand over the baby. Shin obeys and gives him a suitcase. But when Black Manta opens it, he realizes it's not the child. It's a bomb. At the last second, Black Manta throws the bomb away and escapes the explosion. Shin tries to run off with the baby, but Black Manta stops him with electric rays, takes the child, and places him in front of the throne for the ritual. At that moment, Arthur Jr. uses his power to contact his father. Aquaman senses it and rushes in. He throws the trident at Black Manta, cracking his mask. Black Manta still stands strong, and the two enemies face each other one last time. A fast and brutal fight breaks out. Both trade powerful blows, searching for an opening. Aquaman manages to disarm Black Manta, but the villain uses his jet thrusters to counterattack and throws Arthur to the ground. Black Manta prepares to stab Aquaman with the trident, but Mera steps in and smashes him into a wall with her magic. His mask breaks, yet he gets back up and throws the trident at Mera. She is about to be killed. At the last second, Orm appears and catches the trident in midair, but the power of Kordax takes over him, and Orm becomes the new bearer of the trident. Controlled by Kordax, Orm attacks Aquaman. Arthur tries to make his brother fight the possession, but Kordax is too strong. Using Orm's body, he throws Arthur toward the throne. Aquaman is wounded by his own brother. His blood activates the blood magic, and Kordax begins to break free from the ice. Still, Arthur refuses to give up. He stands before Orm and reminds him of their past and the moments they shared together. Those memories free Orm from the curse. Orm hands the evil trident to Arthur, but it's too late. Kordax breaks free. Aquaman throws the trident at him, but Kordax stops it in midair. Orm then throws Neptune's trident to Arthur, who hurls it at Kordax. This destroys the evil trident and finally kills Kordax. With Kordax gone, his magic fades, and the Lost Kingdom begins to collapse. Black Manta, badly injured, falls toward a cliff but manages to hold on. Arthur offers to help him and end their rivalry, but Black Manta refuses and lets go, choosing his own end. Aquaman, Orm, and their allies escape as the Lost Kingdom sinks into the sea. The ocean world and the surface world are saved. Orm still must answer for his crimes, but Arthur keeps his location secret until the Atlantis Council can forgive him. Grateful, Orm thanks his brother and gives him one final piece of advice: lead Atlantis toward a better future. Arthur accepts. Days later, Aquaman reveals the existence of Atlantis to the world. From now on, The ocean and the surface will work together to protect Earth, under the leadership of a king and a hero, Aquaman. So what did you think of this movie? Let us know in the comments below, and if you enjoyed the recap, like and subscribe for more. See you next time.